You have to turn off the music. I can't do the music for the live stream. Sorry about this. I don't want to get copyrighted. So no music for the streams. I hate to do it. But we will leave the sound effects. We just won't do the music because I don't want to get copyrighted. We're gonna start new. Delete that. Use real life roster. Yes, please. Please! Oh, no. There we go. And 21. We'll do a preseason.
Choose the team you want to start your franchise with.
I'll go with Green Bay. The next series. How long we're gonna go to this. It just depends on if people start liking it. But let's try a small amount of likes. If this video gets up to, let's say, 10 likes for this live stream, well, more like episode series, we'll just try and we'll try and go for an episode 2. Well, yeah. And then I'll just see how this plays out. But I hope you all enjoy the Chiefs
Continue ahead to
series.
begin your franchise. Use the options on the left to edit league settings or change your role to a player or owner.
I'm doing player. Create player. Obviously we're going with strong arm because he does all of the plays. Top pick, yeah. I know that's my name, but I'm gonna switch it. Oh! There we go. Bam. Bam, 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 bam. Go 28. Right. Do they have Scott Evans hurt? Oop. My cats are playing in the background. That's what I want. We have to do that though. I want to do 6. I know this ain't my weight, but I'm just doing this though to make my guys throw better. But it wouldn't really matter. We'll go to 190 because that's my weight. Bam. Fine. think I'll just do that. Even though that I don't have any, thankfully. They don't really have dirty blonde. All they have is light and then blonde, and then the blonde on here does not look right. Mine is not that. Is that black hair? Who do light green? My speed awareness. Alright, that's fine. Right. Yeah. Bam. That's what we want. Boom. Let's do this.
The Home tab is your personal dashboard. Keep track of your goals, stats, and information on your weekly opponent at a glance. Manage your activities using the list of items on the left.
All right, get moving, men. I don't want to see anyone walking around. Winners do not walk. Let's see some hustle out there today. We got a big game this week.
On the set.
Oh. Yo, hey. Oh. Ooh. Dang it. See, I hate these plays. Can we switch?
Ready. Set up. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger.
Gotta get a good throw on this though. Hell yeah!
Ready, set. Check go.
Nice.
Got it. Ready?
Oh boy.
Set up.
Yeah!
Well, fellas, there's not a whole lot I can say about that performance today. We have high aspirations as a team. If we want to get there, we got to raise our game. Because if we repeat what I saw out there today at our next practice, it is going to be a very long season. We can do better.
Sure we can. I mean, hey, still did okay. Better than not getting any. But I kind of sort of get the feel of it a little bit. Play preseason games, see how this goes. I'm not doing that one. I'm doing full game, please. Thank you. Oh boy. We'll do this game and then one more game for tonight. And then I'll try and see if I can get an episode 2 in. Maybe, possibly. But I still want to get this video to 10 likes, if that's possible.
Tonight, from Levi's Stadium in
I had
Santa
to
Clara,
cancel the
California.
music. I don't want to get copyrighted.
It's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
Kind of fix I'll keep. Oh, I'm so glad I got this. Got this for, I believe Christmas last year.
It's
No,
the
not last
San
year, the year before
Francisco
last year.
49ers taking on the Kansas City Chiefs.
Here's my ball player. 28.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Kansas City Chiefs.
No, my team's the best.
Charles Davis alongside me, and I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, folks, the wait is over. Yes, it's just the preseason, but football is back in your living room.
I'm excited. I know you are as well. The summer heat feels good on these old bones, especially because we're not putting out pads. We don't have to be out there in that heat running into other people, but I'm glad these guys are. Football is back.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. So here are the Chiefs now coming out for their opening drive. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
That's right.
That's what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering some
snacks. I was just going to say.
That's where I go. Clyde Edwards-Helaire is a do-it-all back, and he did plenty on that run. And as a rookie, 803 yards rushing for the season, in Kansas City may look to up his workload a little bit in year 2. The last pick of the first round in 2020, he more than justified that selection with his ability to run the football and catch it out of the...
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now they'll switch it up here and look to nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Looking to throw. It's Hill, complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 33. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They go back to the ground with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now back to throw. And he'll get the hands of Hill, complete. And way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 30 yards. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. Well, that's how they envisioned it. Get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken from about the 12. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Offense coming out here for the first time, led by their quarterback, Jimmy Garoppolo. Garoppolo, 5th season with the 49ers, 8th overall in the National Football League.
And Jimmy Garoppolo has shown that he can be a Super Bowl quarterback, but his biggest problem, his ability to stay healthy and remain on the field. When able, he's a capable quarterback, prone to winning games both in the regular and postseason.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. First carry for Raheem Mostert. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know it is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he is going to have a Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
And he's going to be met at about the 43. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. And that's incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. But it'll be 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 2nd down, Mostert. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And he's unable to haul it in. So it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field. And that brings up 4th. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there,
yeah!
Yeah! What happens after that?
Woo, man.
Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
A 55-yard attempt, normally you'd say well within his range. Little surprised he came up short.
And he knew it immediately, didn't he? They are so calibrated, aren't they? They can tell the touch, the feel. When they put the foot to the ball, whether it's going to be good or not, he knew immediately he didn't have that one.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. So after the run by McKinnon, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Oh, he sheds himself free.
Yeah!
In for a Kansas City touchdown. Jared McKinnon, 33 yards. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. A pretty well-executed run. They were telling us yesterday, Charles, they were hoping to get everybody in sync, the line, the backs, and everybody looked in sync on that play.
They were in sync, and the field tilted. And that's where we get the term running downhill, because when you've got that kind of momentum and everyone's doing it properly as you just described, it does feel like they are coming from downhill to you as a defender, and that is really hard to stop.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Webster going to hold on to it, and it'll come out to the 25. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team, because as they drove downfield, You know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. This is Goldman. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative. Well, you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
He targets Jordan Matthews, and it's caught. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line. Gallman will run it. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Gallman. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. The Niners on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Throwing now is Lance. And Matthews over the middle with a grab. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
The coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, you got to do better than that
Jarek
for
McKinnon
you.
making
Come
his
on
way
now, you
back
can do
onto the
better.
field. It may
Well,
just
we
be the
got a
2nd
good
quarter, but
defense,
he's in
though.
his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. Now McKinnon to start the drive. Finds a seam inside the 40. And finally down at the 32-yard line. 78 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
He's airing it out for Williams.
Yeah!
Touchdown, Chiefs.
That's how we do it.
32 yards. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Woo!
Butker now to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Webster going to hold on to it, and it'll come out to the 25. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have the ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. The Lance going to throw. Escaping pressure right. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance.
Ha!
The Chiefs are going to get him. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack. After the sack on 1st down, Lance. Incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Here's Gallman. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41.
Nice.
Just a 1-yard gain
Hey,
on the play, and that'll be the call to the punt team as it's
Let's
4th
get it
down.
tuned in.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Waiting for it back deep, Antonio Callaway.
I was trying to kneel to the ground. I don't remember
Return
how
of
you do that.
4. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground. I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over it, and they got there to break that one up.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Oh, God.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. He's going to rifle one deep left side.
Yeah.
It's caught inside the 25. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. Back to you guys in just a minute as we've started the countdown to opening night. Remember, the preseason has shrunk from 4 games down to 3. So just 2 more weeks of preseason action follow this, and then we get it all started on the first Thursday after Labor Day. In our game, most of the starters have made their cameo and departed, but plenty of youngsters out there with a lot to gain or lose. as we get you right back out to Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Sermon now on 1st and 10. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the 39, Lance.
Oh,
that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Lance.
Yeah.
Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Jerick McKinnon making his way back onto the field. And he's made it easy for us to put together a highlight package. Just wondering what he ate before this one started.
Let's include that in the package, right? Get the gourmet out here, figure it all out, and you're guaranteed he'll do that going forward as well, because with a game like this, you don't want to change things too much. Oh, yeah, you also want to continue to get that great blocking he's received today, too.
Yeah, kudos to the guys up front indeed. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Mahomes now on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now a give. This is McKinnon. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 88 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. They go play fake. Mahomes. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 25-yard line. It's a big play there for the Chiefs.
Well, dialing up that play call certainly meant that he grabbed a little extra shot of courage on that one, because normally on 3rd and short, you're just trying to move the sticks, get the ball just past that line of scrimmage. Instead, they take the big shot downfield, and it pays off.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. On 1st down now, run with McKinnon. And he's dropped.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They fake the give. Now Mahomes.
Yeah!
What a catch inside the 5.
Yeah.
About the speed with which his offense can get down the field. It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Sucker.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal.
Yeah!
And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Jerick McKinnon. Ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and it is 28-0. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. On the return, it's Simba Webster. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And now here's a carry heading left. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Returnable here for Callaway. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Set to take over, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. How do you break down his game so far? Just the 1 touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't. Not until you balance it with the error side. You know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. That's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team, because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
And that's caught inside the 35. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Byron Pringle.
Ooh, backflip.
66 yards. And the Chiefs open the lead up to 34-0. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes this 35-0 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Webster going to hold on to it, and it'll come out to the 25. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass
what?
That is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Hands it off out of the gun. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. 2nd and 16.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field.
Now Lance. They're going to Gallman here on the screen. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
No!
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column, but as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And
come on, guys.
Take it down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now here's a throw that's complete. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. That's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Keep in mind they can still get a first down here as they come up on 2nd and inches. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And a mistake on the lateral. It's a loose ball.
My bad. That was my fault. I didn't know what to do. I mean, I was screwed. Oh,
I didn't do this in college, but I did it in high school. When you return kicks and you lose it yourself, the panic that goes through you and the determination to get the ball back, I don't even know how to describe it. And I think we just saw an example there.
Yeah, and the relief when you get it back like he did.
Yeah, you go to the sidelines, you know you're going to get yelled at, but you can handle it because you got the ball back.
Oh, man.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. It has been a dream start to the season thus far as they look to finish things strong in the 4th quarter. A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. He's got a man complete.
Yeah!
On the other side of midfield at the 45. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Mahomes going to throw it here. He's going to try and go deep again. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. They're going to try and run.
Yeah!
Boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. Size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
Ticked off, folks.
Webster going to hold on to it, and it'll come out to the 25. San Francisco's offense returns to the field, and certainly this, not the performance that they were hoping for to begin the exhibition season, but still plenty to watch for in this 4th quarter. Lance now on 1st down. And that is incomplete here. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game.
Oh, yeah! Swagger!
Bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. And you could say that is just another cherry on top for this defense and that entire team. But really, this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one.
And notice you used the word sparked because you're not seeing that on the other side. The ball, are you? The offense right now, the spark has left their game, and it's been because of what you described, that defensive pressure.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter
for the last
now,
quarter.
as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now Callaway on the return. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. They lead big. Quite the kickoff, really, to this exhibition schedule as they start once more with a 1st and 10. He's going to rifle one deep left side.
Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah!
Play there for KC.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away. And frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Have fun with this one, partner.
Yeah. He's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that will extend this big lead. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Webster going to hold on to it, and it'll come out to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And that's going to be caught. Jalen Hurd. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
Yeah, that's it. We won. We won. We won. Let's go. Let's go. Eat them bad.
A big offensive explosion leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Silicon Valley.
All right, I feel confident. I ought to feel confident now. Get into this do a bit more. I wonder what my minutes are. If not, this will be. Then if not, then the first episode will have to be a live stream. That's what it's called, right? That's what it's meant for. First episode's a live stream. Well, not really a live stream, more like an episode, but it'll be a long episode.
This is the player card. Here you can. This is your development trait. Super.
Guys, we all watched the film from yesterday, and I hope everyone knows it wasn't good enough. Today's practice has got to be great. You want to win a ball game, take advantage of your practice reps, because Sunday's going to be here before you know it.
Okay, ready? Panther 60. Sixty Eagle. Go. Ready up. Hot, hot. Come on. Set. Bronco 80.
Come on, we can do this, man. We can do this.
Ready.
Come on.
The pressure is on. This one is for the gold.
Yeah!
All right. Small steps in the right direction. That's what we've been talking about. And you know
Oh,
what?
yeah.
Today you took a lot of those small steps. I'm proud of you. Keep it up.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. We gotta at least try one full game, right? We can't end the episode unless we try a full game. Ready. See how we can do this. Let's see how we can do this. Let's see how we do this.
Today, from Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, it's week one of the NFL on EA Sports.
Oh, there's my quarterback right there. Daniel Barrow.
It's the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Cleveland Browns.
From one of the loudest venues in the National Football League, you get a look there at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Arrowhead Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was just about off the charts. They're set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, so happy to be with you to kick off this much-anticipated 2021 season. With me in the booth as we begin our sixth season together is, of course, Charles Davis. And, CD, so much to watch for coming up. What are you keeping an eye on?
Brandon, I'm ecstatic to be back with you, of course, and we've got a good one right here out of the gates. I'm interested in seeing some of the changes in 2021. Running backs and wideouts, even linebackers wearing single-digit numbers. But even more than that, I want to see the changes defenses have made, because last year we average 49.6 points per game. That's the highest ever by 3 full points. Can these defenses make an adjustment and start to catch up?
Yeah, passer rating, CD, an all-time high. Completion percentage, also an all-time high. So as you said, will those numbers continue to climb northward, or will the defenses adjust? And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
6 yards on that last play. Here's Sam. Working out of the gun. Mayfield. And the Chiefs are going to get him.
Oh, yeah. Patching ourselves up.
Defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback, too.
Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Here's Mayfield. Leaping, and he makes the grab. And he's going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A nice throw there by Mayfield, a guy who really reemerged as the season and later the playoffs went on last year. What are defenses trying to do against him?
Well, the first thing defenses want to do is use his emotion against him because he's such a passionate player. And sometimes he comes up really hyped up and the ball might sail a little bit early. But as the game settles in, the next part is make sure you chip away at his timing, put the pressure on him so maybe his feet don't get quite set, and then he's not able to be as accurate as he normally is.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Mayfield this time gets it off to Chubb. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Nick Chubb saw his role kind of diminish in the passing game last year. His receptions went down from 36 to just 16, but let's be fair about this. He missed some time with a knee injury, and he also had Kareem Hunt in the backfield, who absorbed a lot of catches along the way. He's more than capable of adding to the passing game.
And that went off the mark, a little late with a throw. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. So here are the Chiefs now backed up for their first drive. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
So this is what we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball, run it inside, everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing.
Yeah!
And they work this well upfield across the 45. What a drive for him to kick off the new season. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 41. They'll drop to throw. Open man.
Yeah!
All the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 41 yards. And the Chiefs are on the board here first in the season opener.
This has to be great for the psyche of this offense. Presented with bad field position, they didn't let it stop them. They rolled downfield and scored a touchdown.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 7-0.
Whoa.
So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Nice. That's what we wanted, though.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Again with a 1st and 10.
Yeah!
The Chiefs say.
Yeah!
Chris Jones. What a play by him.
Nice,
That's
Jones.
Go as a loss of 13.
That's the
Sucker.
2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw into the hands of Hooper. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Third and long for Mayfield.
Oh, yeah!
And it also concludes quarter number 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's Jamie Gillen now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Now Hill to return it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there for KC.
Well, if you pull up his college highlight reel, you will see no shortage of great throws, and here's one in his NFL debut for big yardage.
This is going to be a big test early in his career. How accurate can he be on throws like this? If he keeps doing that, he's going to be just fine.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Edwards-Helaire. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Yeah!
So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Butker on for the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Oh.
Hardly any time taken off the clock there. 2 plays, and they find the end zone for 6 points. Now after the touchdown, here's Bunker on to kick it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
From the 30 on second down, Mayfield, and finding the tight end Hooper. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
Stopped shy of the 45 despite some powerful running.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On third down, Mayfield. And this pass broken up. The contact, well timed there, and now fourth down. Here's Jamie Gillendown as he's on to punt for Cleveland. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Watch out for Hill on the return. Well, a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking downfield for Kelsey. And he pulled in one-handed.
Oh, yeah.
It's a big play there for the Chiefs. Well, okay, he says, yeah, I see you, OBJ, from a few years back, but tight ends can make one-handed catches, too.
Are you saying tight ends are wide receivers as well? That's essentially what you're telling me.
I mean, the lines are becoming more and more blurred.
Look, they're extremely versatile, make all the same plays, and those gloves, they work pretty well, too.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. He'll look to throw. Open man is the tight end, Noah Gray. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in his first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how...
And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Chiefs are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus.
I'm back. So,
Now to Nick Chubb. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
It's so educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Going to the air again with Mayfield. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So they say no to the penalty. The incompletion stands. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And what they want to do is go ahead and take those downs away from them. You never want to give extra snaps to any offense. That's how you get hurt.
oh!
It's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard. Chris Jones picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking
well their
assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
The kick by Pinheiro is good.
This is 3.
And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime, something to build on maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points, and now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for this.
Oh, a miscommunication on the lateral. The ball's out. And he will be able to recover this himself to prevent a wacky ending here. But that will be how this first half comes to an end.
Shoot.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our
But I still do well, though, even if I do
we will
that.
save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Here's Mecole Hardman. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
Back to throw here. And going deep for Hill. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Chiefs come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
Butker now to add the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
There's Baker Mayfield as he and the Browns offense comes back out. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with a quarterback on the ground so much.
Now, he'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. The Browns drive about to get started. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best thing for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. Got a man. That's Rashard Higgins. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it.
A nice completion there for the first down. And Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the...
They got his man complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. With now 3 week 1 touchdowns. And the Chiefs have got it on cruise control.
So whatever happened to rookie quarterbacks taking time to adjust to life in the NFL? Because this guy looks like he's been doing it for about, what, 7 years? 4 touchdown passes? That's not something rookies are supposed to be doing with the ease in which he's doing it.
Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for 2.
And here's Edwards-Helaire.
And they are just not going to let up as he's into the end zone here for 2 more.
But I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on. But apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. With the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns.
These guys had a punt. Become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Chubb with a first down carry as he'll get about 3 out of it. Make it 2nd and 7 coming up.
2nd and 7.
To throw, Mayfield. Left side, it's Beckham.
And unfortunately in 2020, Odell Beckham tore his ACL in Week 7. The Browns still made the playoffs. But boy, if they had him around, they're thinking about a much deeper run. A good grab there.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And now Mayfield on the bootleg.
That's caught by the tight end, Harrison Bryant.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. A give running right is Chubb. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Let's go.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Takes this to the 32.
Yeah!
And then the
That's how we do it. That's how we do it.
L'Jarius Sneed up to make the play defensively.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Second and 5.
Ooh, heck no. Why? Why are they reset? Oh, I see.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield.
Yeah!
Down. They get to it back at the 40. It's the veteran K.J. Wright, the disruptive force. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First down, Mayfield. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back.
Let him have it. Let him have it.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On 2nd down, it's Hunt. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Definitely too early to panic, but that is his 4th carry of the game. And
Defense.
has a total 10 yards. So maybe there's no panic, but maybe some concern.
Yeah, and maybe a little concern up front because they're not giving him any space right
now.
This is too far behind his man. He missed
They're
him.
going for
It's
it again.
incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down.
Yeah!
They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And that is incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
A nice throw there. We've seen a lot of those from this young man. How would you assess, Charles, his first start thus far?
I think it's been everything that they could have asked for because he's handled all the basic things quite well. And even some of the wrinkles that have been thrown at him, he's shown a lot of poise throughout and made some nice plays.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. Touchdown! Tyreek Hill, 58 yards. And the Chiefs are closing in on a winning start to the year.
Yeah!
Quarter lead. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this, but to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there, and sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener.
Yeah!
And it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he's going to get this is on down to the 13-yard line. Another mistake after the interception there. And guys, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't been.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter.
And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
Yeah! The carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
So this looking more and more like it is going to be a successful kickoff to their campaign as they add on here.
And partner, you know NFL coaches, they're on the sideline thinking about all the little things that need correcting. But for the most part, they've got to be ecstatic with the way this season has started out.
And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. And so they run it in on the 2-point try. You know, so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away.
I have a chance.
Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
I'm just going to make him feel
So
embarrassed.
a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense and Tyreek Hill heading back out onto the field. What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral, because this doesn't just happen by accident. This isn't 4 times where the deep...
And the defense loses him. It's complete. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added to their totals. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. The Browns drive about to get started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Looking to throw again on second down. Mayfield.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Oh, that's hilarious.
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense.
Yeah.
They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And now the Chiefs will bring the offense onto the field as they'll go for 2 here.
And here's Edwards-Helaire.
And make them 4 for 4 now on 2-point conversions as he'll take this one in for the score. Yeah, they turned the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized a little bit on top.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. His hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's Jamie Gillendow as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today.
Wow.
Here's Hill on the return.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt.
And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. And now here comes Kansas City.
And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the 4th quarter, and now can really take some time off the clock.
And going deep for Hill.
Yeah!
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Butker on for the PAT. Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. And he will not make it to the goal line as his try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
The Browns drive about to get started. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today.
And the Chiefs are going to get him.
It was Frank Clark that time who got in there to bring him down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
And this returnable for Hill.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Oh.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did.
Yeah.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Chiefs, they begin their drive for a third straight AFC title with a Week 1 victory. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Houston Texans. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
I think that'll be it for the night. I gotta start to head to bed. Well, thank you all for tuning into this stream. If you're still in, I really do appreciate it. If you can, please make sure to share this video, leave a like, comment if you want, and subscribe. Thank you. See ya!